Hey guys, it's Emily from Kitten's Book Corner again, and today I am here to do a Top 10 Tuesday, which is hosted by The Broken the Bookish, and I will leave their link below in the description. And I am not doing like the Top 10 Tuesday for the day. I'm just gonna, if I start doing this, I'm just gonna kind of do ones that I feel like doing. So for my first one, I'm decided I'm gonna do the top 10 most intimidating books on my bookshelf. So yeah, the first book that I have is one that I'm sure many people would say if they own the book. It's It by Stephen King. This is only very intimidating because I have never read a scary book, like a terrifying book, so I don't know how to handle it. I heard it's not that easy to get through either. It's not like the font's big, so I don't know. I'll get to it eventually, but it's a very intimidating book. The second book that I have, oh, this is heavy. It's The Complete Sherlock Holmes. I don't know how many people actually have this because I checked the date on this and it's from like 1930 is like the newest copyright date on it. So this is pretty old. So that's intimidating because I don't want to ruin it, but I really want to read it. And it's intimidating because it's humongous too. It's very long. There's like 4 novels and 56 stories in it. The next book that I have is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. And I picked this one because it's long. The next book that I have that I find intimidating is the Game of Thrones series. I heard it's very complicated. There's a lot of characters in it and it's really big, and I don't know, the whole series is huge, so it's like, ooh, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to finish it and read it and everything, but I don't know when. Eventually, though. Next book that I have is one that is pretty surprising, actually. It's Fallen by Lauren Kate. And the reason that I find this very intimidating is because I have 2 friends that have attempted to read this, and they both couldn't get through even like the first couple of chapters because they thought it was so terrible. And I sort of trust one of their opinions, but hearing it from like 2 people, it's kind of like, so it's intimidating because I don't want to hate it because I know a lot of people do like this series. This isn't mine, but it's still intimidating. A friend wants me to read it. He loaned me like 5 books and he was like, you should read these because you need different tastes. So it's Eisenhorn by Dan Abbott. The font in this is really, really tiny, and it's a huge book, and I don't know, I'm not really interested in this kind of thing at all, but I want to give it a try because I need to vary my book tastes. So it's intimidating though, and I have to give it back. I've had it for like over a year. The next book I have is very, very, very intimidating, just simply because of the length of it. I think this is the biggest book I have, actually. It's 1,444 pages. And that's War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. I stole this from my mom because, I don't know, because I want to read it eventually. The font is so tiny, and the book is just humongous. It's just huge. The next book might surprise people too, of why it is considered intimidating to me. But it's My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. And this is intimidating to me because I know that it's going to be sad because it's about someone with cancer, and books that make me sad intimidate me because I don't know, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to read this because it's so sad. But I'll read it because I heard it's good and everything. Books. The next book I have is The Iliad by Homer. I find this intimidating because it's hard to understand. Not because of the length, but because it's written like in verse, sort of. And it's hard to understand, and it's not... like, we read some of it in school, and that's what made me get it. The last 2 books I have, the reasoning is the same, so I just decided to put them together to make it 10 instead of 11. But it's Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane and The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. Both of these are very intimidating simply because they're scary, and I don't like scary movies, so I don't know how I'll handle scary novels. But they're not intimidating because they're size, because they're both really tiny, especially this one. But just because of what they're about, that's scary. But, you know, like I said, eventually I want to read all of these books that I own. Hopefully. Let me know in the comments below about what books you think are most intimidating on your shelf, or books that you haven't bought because they are so intimidating looking. Yeah, so leave that below. Thanks for watching. This is Emily from Kittens Book Corner, as always. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.